Do you have a vehicle that has a small ticking noise when you start it up? Before you think it's the engine, it might be the manifold. Stay tuned and I'll show you how to replace it. Hi, this is Ross with DIY on the House. This is my 2006 Dodge Ram 1500 with the 5.7 Hemi in it. I noticed a small ticking noise developed in it last couple of weeks ago, and I started searching around and I ended up locating the noise as two of the stud bolts on the exhaust manifold on the passenger side. It actually broke off, leaving a little bit of a gap in the manifold causing the ticking noise. So I'm going to go ahead, I've got all the parts on order. First thing I'm going to do is jack the truck up, take the tire off, take the wheel well out, and then I'm going to soak everything with PB Blaster overnight, and hopefully tomorrow it all comes off easy. So stay tuned, I'll show you how to do it. So I've removed all the screws out of the wheel well liner, so I'm going to go ahead and get that popped down, I hope. Oh, forgot one. Make it a lot easier. There we go. Okay, now that that's out, it totally exposes the manifold. I'll show you. Okay, so this is the exhaust manifold, and you can see the heat shield is actually loose, and that's due to the failure on the back two bolts here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to PB Blaster all the bolts that I can get to. I'm going to try to actually take this shield off. It's only being held on by two. That way I can get some penetrating oil back there. I'm also going to spray the bolts on the exhaust manifold outlet. There's, let's see, 1, 2 on that. So I'll soak those down, and hopefully tomorrow everything will just come off really nicely. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and let that sit overnight. I'll probably just mess around with this in an hour or two, see if I can get this shield off, at least to the point where I can get the shield off and I can have access to the two bolts on there. Well, once in a while, everything works out. I squirted everything down. I thought, you know what? I'm just going to wrench on a couple of the bolts, and everything came out. It's unbelievable. I still have the two broken stud heads that are still in there, but as far as the flange goes, where it goes into the catalytic converter, those came out immediately. The PB Blaster definitely did the trick on those. So I'm just going to try to get this manifold out, and if I can do that, I'm going to remove those two studs, and now I just got to wait on a part to come in tomorrow, and I can finish up. So we'll see if we can get this thing out of here. But these the two broken bolts are still in there, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. Oh my gosh, I'm going to get it off. I can't believe it. Can't get that one down, not getting enough room here. I'm going to try to get a little brace in here. Oh, I got it. I'll be darned. Look at that. That's sweet. Okay, so now, get the old one out. I'm just going to take a pair of, I can see right there where it was leaking. It's just not much, but enough to make that tick noise, and it's super annoying. I'm going to take a pair of vice grips and try to get those backed off. Everything else seemed to came out real good. If I can't, I've got a couple of things I can hammer on there and then just screw it out that way. But we'll try the vice grips first. It might take a little time, but I'm going to get it. I'll go ahead and get these out, and then, well, at that point, we'll just wait for our parts, and then we'll install the new manifold gasket and bolts. Okay, so I got the new exhaust manifold gasket. It's a male. So we're going to go ahead and stick that on and just line that up with the manifold itself. So This can only go on one way, and it's that way. So I'm going to go ahead and hopefully get this thing set. Get this one in here, like so. Oh, goodness. There we go. Okay, we're getting there. So, all right, so I got those 2 bolts in. I should be able to slip them in these 2 slots right here. I'll give that a shot. And hopefully it all works out. There we go. Okay, there we go. Go ahead and get this bad boy in. All right, I should just be able to slip the bolts in now and start getting things reassembled. I'm going to go ahead and leave it a little bit loose so I can go ahead and get my flange on for the exhaust. Make sure that's not something that's going to end up binding me. So I'm going to go ahead and get all the bolts in. These all will be torqued to 18 foot-pounds. Okay, there we are. I've got the manifold put back on, new manifold gasket. Everything went together extremely smooth. I'm going to go ahead and start it up and see if my tick is gone. Okay, it's gone. Hot dog. Okay, there we have it. It's all done. I would estimate the repair around 2 hours. Of course, I have all the tools and all the jacks, and I'm on concrete, so it makes a big difference. What an easy fix. With that, having that removable wheel well, and then in the exhaust manifold being right there, it was super simple. Didn't have to move things around or anything. So my kudos to Dodge on that. That is it. I'm just going to fit my fender well back in, put my wheel and everything back on, and back on the road again. I appreciate you watching the video. If it's helpful, give us a thumbs up. We have other mechanical repair jobs on our channel as well. We appreciate you watching DIY on the house.